why you can't let go even though you really, really want to. Now this is the question, and it's a question that I have clients hit me with all the time. It's a question that I've had so much throughout my experiences, and in this video I'm gonna perhaps help you understand how to let go and why to let go, and what we need to do in order to reach that place. Now, I work with many people physically on a massage table, helping them find the places that they're holding physically and helping them find a way to let go of that. Now, here's the thing with this process is that for you, you're watching this video, there's likely something you know that you need to let go of, whether that's in your body or whether that's something that's just bugging you. And in order to actually let go, you're gonna need to find and become very aware of how you are holding on. Because if you don't know that you're holding on or how you're holding on, then how are you to let go of what you want? Now, we're holding on because we're afraid. Whether it doesn't matter if it's holding on to a relationship and you're in a breakup, a person who has passed on and you have grief, or an old injury in your body, something that is holding very tight. It doesn't quite matter because it's all the same. We're holding on because of fear and because we really want to stay holding on. Because whatever we're holding on to makes us feel safe. It makes us feel comfortable. If you begin with this understanding, then you're going to be able to work with your circumstance so much better. Because when you're working with yourself, you will have compassion and understanding for the fact that what you're working with is something very deep, something that doesn't want to let go, something that thinks it's keeping you safe. So I'm going to share a couple stories from my experience that might help illuminate this for you. The exact problem is that we don't know that we're holding. So I had an experience doing some body work where someone illuminated to me that I'm holding on really deep inside in this shoulder, in this area of my body. And it's not just the outer muscles. I was shown to me that something very deep under my rib cage is grabbing. Now, as soon as that was revealed to me and I let my awareness go in and see that and feel that, I was able to let go of it. Not all the way, not yet, I'm still working on it, but little by little. And I could not have began letting go of that if I didn't have someone show me, or if I wasn't shown that it's there. So the first thing we need to understand in this process is that we have to become really aware of the ways that we're holding on. I can't let go of something that I don't know is there, that I don't know I'm grabbing onto. We're grabbing onto things all the time, whether it's mentally or physically. We're attaching to things, we're clinging to things. We cling to our stories, we cling to our personality, to who we are, and we cling in the body. The body's clinging all the time. And all of this clinging is attached to each other. So my mental clinging onto a friendship is someone who I need to be a certain way to make me feel safe. If I'm clinging onto that, I'm also clinging in my body. So all of this is interrelated. So for me, in my life with this holding that I have, I'm becoming more aware of it, more and more aware of this clinging and holding. As I become more aware of it, my body wants to let go. Because if I'm making a fist like this, and I'm doing this all day, every day, for years, that is really uncomfortable for my body. My body doesn't want to be doing this. If I'm able to realize that I'm doing this, and I literally have clients who do this, so I know it seems maybe far off, but it's real. It's also an example. My body doesn't want it. Same with this holding I have here. There's no reason for it. Well, the reason is that it thinks it's keeping you safe. But if I'm able to go in there and say, oh wait, I'm actually doing this, and there's no reason right now for me to be doing this, there's no danger present for me in this moment, then I can let my awareness sink in and learn how to let go. Realize it's safe, realize it's okay. Trust the letting go. Trust the surrender. Now, I have another situation from my life that I'd like to share. I have had a lot of deep holding in my body my whole life. And I began working on this years ago, and I'm still working on it today. And this holding in my body comes from my fear. My fear way, way back that got established and rooted into me, into my being, into my nervous system. In a way that when I experience my life, fear, any conflict, any situation, and conflict can be so small that I clench myself. I clench my body, my nervous system clenches. And when my nervous system clenches, it clenches everything. There's all this holding. And so I was sitting in a ceremony and I was having it revealed to me that my nervous system is afraid. Very, very deep inside in my root, in my core, that there's a fear. And that fear is gripping my whole body to come in like this. And as soon as I realized that that was happening, I learned that I could breathe and not do it. Because it's something that you're doing. Letting go or grabbing on is something you're doing, right? We always think that, oh, how is this going to go away? I just want it to go away. Can you make it go away? It's not going to go away. It's not something that someone is going to make go away for you. It's something that you are going to realize that you are doing. You are doing it. And that's what I realized in that moment. Yes, my nervous system is afraid. Yes, it's afraid because of some stuff that happened to me in the past. But right now, there's no need for it to be afraid. If there were a need for it to be afraid, then this would be a different story. And none of this would work for you. So if you're still in the situation, we need to work to get out of the situation so that you can then do this work. But for me, in that time, I was realizing there's no need for me to do this. All this grabbing. I'm grabbing. What if I just stop grabbing? I don't even need to force anything. I don't need to push anything. I don't need to relax, because if I relax, I'm trying to do something. In fact, I need to stop the doing. So become aware that I'm doing something, I'm grabbing, breathe, and say, oh, it's okay. I trust this. I trust myself. This is a safe situation for me to let go, to stop grabbing. And so in this way of becoming aware of how we're holding, noticing that it's an action, and letting go. Now, this is why it's very important to understand that we can't separate the mind from the body, because there's mental holdings, and those mental holdings are a physical tension. If you understand and if you watch yourself in your life when you experience stress, fear, pain, suffering, any form of suffering, that it creates a holding inside of you. Inside of your head, you're tensing. Inside of your shoulders, you're squeezing. Inside of your belly, you're gripping. If you can realize this, and you do this right now, you do this after you watch this video, the rest of your day, tomorrow, you watch, and you notice that none of it is separate from one another. And so you're experiencing suffering in your life, and you watch, how am I holding this? And you can notice surface level things to start. Oh, I'm literally squeezing my hands in. Something a lot of people do. They go like this, or like this, and stop. You see, the human body is like a protective machine. The human psyche is a protective machine. This is where the ego comes from. Maybe other places too, but the ego really wants to create a sense of control and safety. Because if it's in control and it's safe, then it knows that you're okay. It knows that you're going to survive. So in a sense, it all comes from a good place. It all comes from somewhere that's like, hey, we don't want you to die. Right? But this is all subconscious. And it all comes into patterns. It all comes into these basically automatic responses that we don't even know are happening, but we become aware that they're happening, and we can go through that process that I mentioned earlier. So let's go back to why you can't let go even though you really want to. It's because, one, you haven't made contact with it in a very deep way. Maybe it's something that you're sitting on the surface of. Maybe you see that it's there, you know it's there, but it's something you're not quite willing to feel all the way. How do I let go of something that I haven't felt all the way? Oh, I know it's there, but it's a little scary. Oh, I know it's there, but I don't want to feel it. Well, you're not going to let go of it. And so you have to ask yourself, have I been willing to go there? Have I been willing to go to that depth and that level? The answer is probably no. There's something you need to feel. There's another layer of depth that you're avoiding in some way. And again, it's all out of protection, but we have to be willing to go there. Now, there are many teachers all over the world who have reached a certain level, let's say, of enlightenment. And many of them speak of that this opening for them, it came from a place of going deep, deep, deep into the depths of that fear that they have inside. Deep, deep, deep into the depths of what's real, of what's really there. If you're not willing to go to what's really there, there's no letting go that's going to happen. Or maybe you might get an outer layer to let go. But you have to be willing to go there. If you're not willing to go there, you're going to keep chasing things in your life, chasing modalities, therapies, chasing spirituality, whatever it is, to try to find the thing that's going to make you let go. But what you're not doing is you're not just sinking fully into, you're not facing it. And that is why letting go is the hardest thing you might ever do. Because for us to let go, we have to go there. This is not what most people want to hear. It's not what I wanted to hear. Sometimes it's still not what I want to hear. Sometimes I get to places and I'm like, ooh, yeah, this is deep. And I have resistance. But, going through this enough times, it's like, okay, I know what happens when I face that resistance. And so there's a way for us to have compassion for where we're at and to be afraid. We are afraid. That's okay. Recognize we're afraid. I'm afraid of this. And at the very same time, can I be willing enough to go into that fear, to welcome it, to say, hey body, hey mind, I know you're afraid. And look around your room, look around your space, whatever you're doing, and think, hey, there is actually no better time to face this. I'm sitting alone in my room, whatever it is. Let's do it. And make sure to breathe very deeply, and go into it. And you might realize as you start to go into it that it's actually okay. And usually when you go into it, there's some sort of something that is allowed to move. So you might have emotion. You might shake. You might cry. You might laugh even. You might have anger. All of it is good. All of it is you're coming into contact with what's actually there. And what you're going to find is that if you can breathe through all of this, that in a couple minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you start to feel better. And you feel better because whatever it was that was there had an opportunity to move a little bit. So I encourage you to take this with you over the next few days, over the next week, and notice all of this stuff happening in your life. Notice it happening in your body. And have compassion. Don't be mad at yourself. Try not to be judging what you're doing, why you're doing it. Have compassion, breathe, and remember that it all comes from something inside of you that's afraid. So if we can nurture it like a little kid, just a little kid, and just, hey, it's okay. It's okay, and it's going to be okay. And whatever that form that takes whatever moves with that. But just having that approach, having that ease with you, that softness, that gentleness, it's going to be very helpful for you. Thanks for watching this video. Like it if it was helpful. I got some programs down below. Breathing, releasing, letting go, going deep into this stuff. It all encompasses all of that. So check those programs out, and I'll see you in another video.